recorded, and I am delighted to welcome our guest today. We've got two guests with us today. The session, as you've seen, is looking at soft skills online development in Zurich. And our two guests, we have two guests, ADITIO from Zurich Insurance, who's primarily going to be leading our conversation today, supported with Francisco. Francisco is from ADITIO. And effectively, Francisco is just going to be doing an interview for us today with ADITIO, just so we can get into the depths around this online development soft skills piece within Zurich Insurance. Delighted to welcome you both. Please do unmute yourselves now. And
hello, everyone.
Lovely to see you, ADITIO and Francisco.
Hello.
Excellent. I will turn my camera off, and you'll hear me at various times through the session. But Francisco, ADITIO, over to you.
Thank you very much, Andrew. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for being here today with us. I am Francisco de Andrés, managing partner of ADITIO, a Spanish e-learning services provider specializing in tailor-made online programs for our clients. We basically work with big corporations, most of them early adopters, which are happy to use new technologies in order to improve the user experience and, of course, the results. In this sense, we are privileged to be partners of ELB Learning, so we can use their state-of-the-art e-learning technologies to service our clients. It is a pleasure for me to introduce you Agata Milos, Zurich Insurance Change Management Lead. Thank you very much, Agata, for your time with us today and for sharing this amazing soft skills online training program, Hola Empatia, Hello Empathy, which was awarded with the 2023 Special Award from the Spanish Change Management Institute. Agata?
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Francisco, for the introduction. I'm really delighted to be here today with all of you, and thank you for connecting and to share with you our experience in organizational cultural change through the very exciting and emotional project, Hello Empathy. But before going to the details on the project, I would like to give you some facts about Zurich. I hope most of you knows our company. I don't know if we are seeing the presentation. I can see it now. Andrew, can you help us with the presentation? In the meanwhile, I will just give you some facts. Zurich is a leading multi-line insurance.
Apologies, that was entirely down to me. I clicked the wrong button. I can't believe I clicked the wrong button. I apologise, everybody.
No
I had it on full screen and then I clicked the wrong button. There we go.
No problem at all. So we're a multi-line insurer and working in more than 200 countries with almost 60,000 employees all around the world. Zurich was founded 150 years ago now. So we are a very mature company, and we are trying to transform insurance. We are not wanting to provide just the insurance protection, but we are increasingly offering also the prevention services, such as promotion of the well-being and enhance and climate resilience. And our biggest aspiration is to be one of the most responsible and impactful business in the world. And our project, Hello Empathy, was focused in Zurich in Spain, where we are working for 130 years now. We have nearly 2,000 employees, and we work with almost 1.5 million customers now. But before getting to the details, I would like to ask a question to all of you. Could you please tell us how empathy is important for you in your business, and how do you factor empathy into your learning approaches? Please use the chat or the to write your answers.
I've opened up a chat space here and really interested in your thoughts on this as an audience. How do you use empathy within your work, and how are you reflecting empathy within your work in learning development? It's a great question. I'm really keen to see how we're approaching this here. It's quite funny because on loads of these sessions, people talk about technology, how using AI and all that kind of stuff. I'm really interested in this. So, it's making the audience think. It's making the audience think. I can see that just because how many people are typing. We can see how many people are typing right now. Please do tell us in the chat, either the main chat or the general chat, how are you reflecting and thinking of empathy within your work? Give people a moment to put some responses in here. John says helping others realize their natural tendencies. That's interesting. Yana understands where others are, what their needs, priorities, and challenges are before taking action or intervening. Oh, I like that, Yana. That's interesting. I can see there's loads of you typing. There are loads of you typing. We're going to have a whole rump of responses come through in a moment. Okay, Jules is saying empathy is relevant in all aspects of our lives, makes professional tasks more enjoyable and productive. And I think that's interesting, Jules. Yeah, it's that public and private kind of approach. Matanat saying, as a coach, use empathy to better understand others for change and growth through deep listening. I get that. Mode, using the very simple putting yourself in others' shoes. And Ellie saying, I find empathy helps to take a learner-centered design approach. I think I love that thinking, Ellie. In particular, when working up personas and considering UX and LX. Kate is talking about applying coaching, and Ramya, not to draw in conclusions, but trying to understand without assuming anything. And Lotta, if we don't understand each other, we spend a lot of time worrying and getting into conflict. I'm interested. What are your thoughts on this, Agatha, Francisco? What are your thoughts on the comments coming through?
The empathy is something we know everyone knows, but really we don't spend a lot of time of thinking on what we are doing to improve, to understand other people, and to really hear what they are saying and apply empathy. We just assume that there is an empathy, no, and maybe we don't spend enough time to really reflect on that. So maybe this question is the moment of the reflection as also for our audience here.
I love that, Agatha. Yeah, we all know it, but we can't say what it is. We can't. But we know it when you got it, but you don't quite. Yeah, we can't quite put a pin on it. Yeah. Mode, understand it from different perspective. Lewis, understand where others are at. Ian, in a changing world, crucial to understand more about impact on others. That's an interesting thought. And empathy, not sympathy. Oh, that's very good, Ian. Yeah. Empathetic, not sympathetic. Very good. You got any thoughts, Francisco? Anything stand up?
Yeah, this view of Ian, I think it's very interesting because he says this more about impacting others. And I guess a little bit, Agatha, this is the approach that you adopted, or at least the impact that one can have in other people, right?
Yes. What I will telling later, the very interesting part was not just empathy towards others, but are we empathetic with ourselves? Do we treat ourselves with empathy on daily basis? I think this is this really different question that people responded in our program, and they were really it was something new for them, because I never thought about empathy toward myself. I always thought empathy is just towards the others.
Excellent. Okay, I'm going to close this chat window down and put us into the normal display point. Fabulous. If you want to have a look at those answers, come back and look at the recording, and you'll be able to reopen those answers and see them in the recording. Francisco, Agatha, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Andrew. Well, Zurich Insurance is a top insurance company, and therefore, Agatha, your levels of efficiency are very, very high, and were very high even before the delivery of Hola Empatia, Hello Empathy. What is that you wanted to achieve by means of this online program?
Yes, of course, our levels of empathy and are really high, and that was one of the challenge. But as I've mentioned, Zurich cares a lot about well-being, And before caring about the well-being of all the other people, we wanted to find a solution to improve the well-being of our front teams and reduce their stress and the impact of difficult conversation. We are an insurance company, so the people that calls us normally it's because they have a problem, and sometimes it's a quite a difficult problem to solve. So we wanted, first of all, to take care about our teams, and then with this positive impact in our teams, positively impact our customers, and finally, of course, increase our satisfaction by improving TNPS, which is Transactional Net Promoter Score. And what we're looking or seeking to develop the true power skills in our teams, like change their behaviors, change the habits and the way of working. We didn't want to develop just another training. We wanted something powerful. So that's why Hello Empathy was born, and to stay with us during this whole strategic cycle, and to implement a really empathetic culture in the organization, and gradually making our teams even more empathetic than they are now.
Both empathy with clients and within teams, starting from a very, very good level, and with many employees with several years of experience is not exactly an easy task, especially considering you wanted the program delivered online. How did you approach the design of the program in order to achieve the desired results?
Yes, first of all, what I have to mention that we really strongly believe that empathy is the most important added value that we can offer nowadays to our customers. We live in a very digitalized and automized world, yes, and when finally the people reach another person on the other side of the phone or on the chat after talking to the bots, they really would need a real human connection, someone that could really understand the problems and needs. So, of course, we faced a lot of challenges. One of those was, of course, how to find this really great impact on habits and to desire to create power skills in our teams. One, we have to maintain our services level. Yes, we can be very empathetic, but if we don't take the call, our customers won't be very happy at all. And then when we finally achieve this impact to the people in the team, how to translate this impact to our customers. And of course, another great challenge was we were trying to provide a training for the people that maybe are working with our customers for 10, 15 years. And we needed to convince them that we really can offer them something that will add value to their work and or maybe private life. And last but not the least, it was crucial to us to find a supplier, to the partner who understand our vision and share a similar work culture that would be flexible enough and adapt to our needs and help us to create really tailored solution for our teams. And it is how we found ADITIO, yes, our partner in this program, with their online tools that we thought that would meet all our expectations and will help us to find this personal impact and without alteration of our service levels. And yeah. As we wanted to do the cultural change, we wanted to act in many different levels. Yes, the most important part was mentoring program to have this individual impact, but we wanted to feel this empathy in the organization. So we needed to involve many people And so we had also empathy webinars, empathy tips, contest, and another communication just to create this atmosphere in the company. So we divided all our initiatives in 3 major blocks. The strategic, which was the most important one, not most important, but most impactful one, tactical, and also group empathy program.
Real pleasure helping you, Agatha, and your team prepare the program, which started by this strategic part, which is the core of Hello Empathy. Please tell us about this strategic side of the program.
Yes. As I mentioned, that was the core part, and we developed this mentoring program, which was focusing on preparing our front teams to recognize and manage their own emotions, as I said in the introduction, the empathy towards themselves, and then to recognize the emotions of our customers. As we wanted to be impactful and to change their way of working, we prepared a program that lasts 2 months, and during these 2 months people are working individually in a group group mentoring and individual mentoring, working in 5 modules. Each part focuses on a different aspects on empathy, and helps the people to, during this 2 months period of time, take what they are learning and to put it in practice on daily basis. Then, as I said, individual mentoring, we couldn't involve all the teams at the same time because our service level doesn't allow that. So in the tactical initiatives, we put a lot of focus on really, for example, short video appeals that could stimulate people to do some changes without even going through this mentoring program. We have our empathy podcast, like 6th edition of empathy contest, webinars, and we also changed the whole quality mentoring system to adapt it to our requirements for the empathy. And in the meanwhile, our peers from the other Zurich companies saw what we are doing, and they were very interested to develop as well a training program for the whole group, focusing on an empathy. So they asked us to join the creation team to prepare training for the whole group. So we had this opportunity to create something that will complement all our initiatives. So now we have like a very great range of initiatives that helps us to impact everyone, really everyone in the company.
Rehearsal platform. But you wanted this mentoring to be as much close as possible to people's real needs. What did you do to achieve this, Agatha?
Yes, okay, so having the right tool and the right partner is crucial, but it's not enough to deliver an impactful program for the team. We spent a bunch of hours on workshops, meeting to prepare tailored program for our teams to understand the day-to-day problems and challenges, to help the mentors to to see and understand the culture of each team, because each team has a different way of working. So this is like the most important part before launching this type of programs. Yes. And as I've mentioned, the program is divided in 5 modules, and with 8 hours individual mentoring. We used this online platform, as Francisco mentioned, powered by ELB Learning Rehearsal, which permits asynchronous conversation between mentor and mentee, which really had the very similar results that could we have with face-to-face mentoring, and helped us to adapt it on to our working schedules or the workloads. And in each module, every mentee has to answer some scenarios. We call this scenarios, some like exercises. And normally the same day or the day after, the mentor gives him some feedback and some tips to what to change or what to do in on daily basis. And what is it's really very interesting. Of course, we had a pushback from the people on recording themselves at the beginning. But this real connection that the mentors could create with people helped them to improve their communication skills and public speaking skills. It was like the side effect that we didn't expect. And at the beginning, there were people that just wasn't showing their faces, but at the end of the program, all of them were like very comfortable recording themselves, and they really felt this connection with the with mentor, because there are some people telling us that in the last scenario they were crying, saying goodbye to their mentor after those 2 months. So you know, even if it was online training, they were able to create this connection that you need to train empathy. Yes. Yes. Yes, I even said that. We have, of course, we had some pushbacks at the beginning of the of this program. We did a pilot version where people, like for the first time, trying to see what is it, how does it work, and really after the pilot, everyone told us it's not what I've expected. It's I thought it would be like the other trainings, and it's not. It impacted my personal life. I learned how to talk to my teenage children, and um, these testimonies were so impactful and so you know, emotional and personal, that everyone was very interested to see what is it. But of course, there were some people that didn't want to pass the program. We don't. It's not compulsory. So if there is someone that don't think it's the moment, it's the right moment to speak about their emotions, or they had the you know, hard time in their lives, we of course have to understand it. We have to have empathy with those people as well. But normally, even the very reserved people at the beginning were finishing the program saying, wow, it's completely different. I didn't expect that, and thank you very much for you know, encouraging me to do that.
Good.
I don't know.
Scott says, how bespoke the role was the rehearsal scenarios? So the role, sorry, the scroll. And also, is it a response to a pre-recorded video that they submit? Well, I think they have already mentioned is that it was previous work with each one of the teams to adapt the scenarios. Can you explain a little bit that?
Yes, of course. All the scenarios was adapted, and the whole construction of the program was totally based on our needs. Yes, so those are 5 modules because we decided those are five modules, and for each module, how many scenarios and what type of scenarios we will do there. So then. And normally, when you connect to the platform, I can just go back here. You can see the first videos of your mentor who explains you where we are in which model we are, what type of scenarios do you have. He gives you an introduction. There are some other documents, complementary documents that you can use. And the mentee has to see the first first mentor video, and then give their responses and what do they think, and their experience on the scenario that is provided by mentor. So it's like a conversation, and you can record the video as many times as you want before sending it to mentor if you are not happy with the answer. But and at the beginning, there are people that said, "Oh, I was like 1 hour recording instead of 10 minutes." But afterwards, after some time, everyone was sending like the first answer because they knew that it's like the best one because it's this real what do you feel and what do you think. And they were so used to use this platform and to have this recording that they were like sending the answer really quickly. So the impact during the day for each scenario, it was maybe like 15-20 minutes, and then to see the answer of your mentor.
Mhm. Christina says, what age, gender, cultural backgrounds do participants who enjoy your program have?
Okay, so we are in Spain, so mostly we have Spanish people, but not only on our front teams. The age, it's really different ages. We have really very young people, and also people that work 20 years already with our customers. The teams, the front teams, are like 70% women, and more or less that's it. There are people that are like from the first day, they are working the whole life in our company. So like the company culture, is really strong as well.
Laura says, what background did the mentors have?
Yeah, of course, the mentors are a really important part of this program. We have lucky with our mentors that we have, but maybe Francisco could even tell you something more about all the backgrounds of how you choose your mentors in your company, because all of them are from ADITIO, and of course they are mentors with many years of experience as mentors. But they have very different backgrounds and trainings. So no, I don't know if you, Francisco, can give some more details. How do you select the mentors?
Yeah, very quickly. We have a soft skills team. Well, nowadays they want to be referred to as power skills. And basically, the approach is very person centric rather than focusing in the professional side of the roles they perform as professionals. So this is the main thing, this personal approach, because we believe, and our specialists believe, that there's no way to separate this personal and professional side. We're just one person, each one of us, and therefore, whenever it comes to developing interpersonal or soft skills or power skills, you need to focus in the person, right? And then the mentors that we have need to have this approach, and then it is not something which is based upon the quality of the mentor, but as Agatha was mentioning earlier, in the preparation. In this particular project, Agatha wanted something very close to the individuals and related to the needs of each one of the teams. So our people did a great job together with Agatha's team to identify what was required for each one of the categories of the teams, and probably that's the key of the success of the program. Don't you think?
Program. No, because we started in March 2023, and we still have some waves waiting for 2025. As I said, it's for the whole strategic period, which lasts in Zurich 3 years. So it was designed to be with us for 3 years. I don't still know if later on someone will tell us to bring it on once again, but it was we started in 2023 at the beginning, and we just finished the fifth or sixth wave, and we have one more. Yes, and we have one more for the beginning of the next year, and some other complementary program that we are preparing with ADITIO. So I wouldn't call it one-time program.
Mm-hmm. Jules here asks, will this program be replicated through Zurich Group? In example, challenge of language, cultural translation.
So we are talking about that, but it's still, we don't know if they will adapt it in other groups. For us, is the most important part is to achieve as great impact as possible in Spain. I think we can respond the other questions at the end. Yes, because we.
Okay. Yes.
Maybe I will just comment some results.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Well, you're mentioning, Agatha, that probably the key to success has been combining a scalable and very easy to use tool, along with careful prior research to prepare the different scenarios proposed by the mentors. How does this translate into results? Can you tell us what results you have obtained so far?
Yes. Oh, and I will be responding one of the questions that I just saw in the chat, that what metrics. Okay, so of course generally the cultural change is really complicated to measure. So we wanted to, or we tried to measure as many metrics as possible. First of all, the result of mentoring program really exceeded our expectation, and the overall satisfaction was 4.6 over 5, but not even this, like this note, but the what people are telling about this program is what was important. And we have also annual employee satisfaction survey. So the results for the front teams, which are the most complicated teams to manage in the company, have the best scores in the history of the company. Of course, we also measured how many people we impacted with all our initiatives that we could develop. So we have impacted in those 2 years over 1,000 collaborators. As you can remember, we are a little bit less than 2,000 employees. and which contact with more than 400,000 customers. As Francisco already mentioned, the project has won a special award of Spanish Change Management Institute as well. But what is the most important for us, because it shows if really we are impacting our customers, is that we improve our transactional net promoter score in these years, 3.2 percentile points, which is quite a lot, taking in consideration that we were starting on very high level, and our contact center has achieved its historical TNAPS results. So this is like the most important score for us, the most valuable metric for us. And what of course shows how this program impacted other people is that the other teams which are not front teams asked us as well to prepare the empathy program for them. So we have tailored another program with the same tool, also with ADITIO, to adapt it to other teams that maybe don't have the same contact with the customer, but they wanted to improve empathy within teams and on the other grounds. So we are really very happy with our results, even if it's not so easy, to give the metrics, to have KPIs for cultural change in the organization. For sure, this program is impacting everyone. Everyone knows it. Everyone talks about empathy in the company. Even and when I go in corridor, some manager says, "Oh, hello, empathy." It's like, everyone leaves this atmosphere of empathy in the company. And we saw also that the empathy between our teams is also better now, and we work better together within different teams. I don't know if INTI means this tool, but the tool and the learning model as the tool as mentoring, I think it could be used for any soft skill. It's not, of course, it's not it wasn't the design for empathy. We made it, we designed how to apply it for the empathy, but it could work for any soft skill, any soft skill that you need to, or you would like to work in, like with mentors or coaches. This platform, as far as I know, you can even apply it within your company without mentors, outside mentors. You can do your own program using this tool, like doing your videos and showing or teaching whatever you want.
Exactly. And also, Lara says, you mentioned culture. Have you experienced, measured any changes in culture? If so, what?
Yeah, I think I have already responded a little bit to this question before, because yes, yes, we have experience and we have measured the changes, measured, of course, as far as it's possible. But yes, even the CEO of the company mentioned hello empathy all the time in all the webinars. So yes, I think the cultural change is really seen in the company.
Excellent, excellent. Well, I want to sincerely thank you very much for sharing today this amazing Zurich Insurance Soft Skills online learning program. We are grateful you counted on ADITIO to help design and deliver it. And to be honest, we enjoyed it a lot, had a lot of fun with you and your team. And we're still enjoying it because, as you mentioned, it is not over yet. Thank you. But before going to the Q&A, I'd like to ask you a question. This question is, why do you think it is important for companies to develop interpersonal or soft skills of their people?
Yeah, before answering that, I would like to ask the audience the same question. Why do you think it's important for companies to develop soft skills of their people?
Oh, let me put this into a, there we go. Let me put this into a question chat for people. There we go. So I'm a big fan of the
If you
phrase.
think it's not important, of course, you can say it as well.
I'm a big fan of the phrase critical core skills, which is a fabulous phrase which the Singapore government used instead of the phrase soft skills. So, why the impact of critical core skills? I think is a great way of addressing it. So why are critical core skills so essential within your organisation? Developing those critical core skills. My problem with soft skills is because we call it soft, people think, oh, it's fluffy and so on. When actually these
now it's called
soft
power
skills are not.
skills. Power skills.
Oh, even
Exactly.
Soft skills are power
worse.
skills.
Even worse, because then you have, oh, I'm more powerful than you. And that's why I like critical core skills. Critical because you need them to do the job, and they're core because they're essential for an individual. So critical and core, I'm a big fan of. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I agree. I agree.
I can see some people putting some responses in. So, what are your critical core skills? Why is critical core skills development so important within your organisations?
It is only because it is also referred as interpersonal skills, but in my view, it's more personal because personal includes interpersonal. So it's what I was mentioning earlier: empathy for yourself.
Exactly. Critical core skills, they operate across three domains: people, personal, and process. So there's people skills, which relate to other people. There's personal skills to individuals, and there's also process skills, which are critical and core as well. So, yeah, I one of the things I do, because I don't just run these things. I don't sit in a little room and run webinars. I do other work as well. Talk to people about critical core skills and the P's as well, and the people, process, and personal. John says all organisations comprise of people, and these skills are critical to work together and perform at their best. Absolutely, John. I 100% agree with that one. Jules has said it's about professional well-being and personal development. I think it's also about personal well-being and professional development, Jules. I think you can swap around the two P words you've got there, professional and personal. Any more responses? I can see if more people are writing. You're thinking about writing. Well, I was going to comment. Oh, I might not comment. I might not comment. Yeah, people are commenting now. Let's just give people a moment just to put them through. I'm going to ask you, Agata. So
yes, of course.
So for you, why is it important? Why is it so essential within Zurich? And what's your thoughts on that?
Yes, first of all, I think that it's like a base for us to develop any other skill. You need to, as we mentioned, to look towards yourself and to prepare yourself to be able to develop other skills. If you want to do MBA, before that, please think: do you have a resilience and to do that, because it's very demanding program, or communication skills. There are a lot of skills that you have to have before even developing technical skills. I think there was some the Harvard paper that telling that our well-being and if we are successful or not, it depends on 80% on soft skills and just 20% on these technical skills.
Yeah.
And I agree a lot. And as well in Europe, we are talking also for 2 years now or 3 years now or something like that, about the industry 5.0 that focuses on a person. That after the industry 4.0, where we were digitalizing everything, now it's the moment, or maybe it's already a little bit too late. We are putting a person in the middle.
Yeah.
And I think that if we develop the soft skills in our teams, we can improve the collaboration and teamwork and enhance leadership, decision making. I don't know, better customer relationship, of course, but also adaptability to change, or even increased innovation. Resilience in the teams, or higher engagement of the employees, competitive advantages, retention of our employees in the company, and so on and so on.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
get
the
it.
base of the pyramid.
Exactly, it's the foundations. It's the foundations, and everything's built
Exactly.
on that. Absolutely, yeah. And Ellie says contribute to bottom line impact through customer service, but also CSR. Absolutely, the impact on society, which I think is really important. There's a piece I'm looking at the moment around social value and how we upskill people and the impact that has on society and the value of society. Critical engage and better understand others to support and partner to support and change. Absolutely.
I will go here to the phrase that I put at the beginning, but I didn't learn that the success of the person is not measured by the number of achievements, victories, or medals obtained. It's measured by the number of lives they can positively impact. So this was like the phrase for our program, and I think it's very important for us to think about it for our personal life and of course in professional life.
Fabulous. Awesome stuff. Thank you very much, both of you, Francisco and Agata. Amazing job, and please, everybody, just say why. Come on, tell us, what you thought about the session. Just put it in the chat and just tell us what you thought about that. I thought that was an excellent job. Jules has said that was an excellent job, and I can see other people commenting as well. If you would like to get in contact with Agata or Francisco or me, although why you'd want to get in contact with me, I have no idea. All of our details are there in the LinkedIn chat. Recording will be available, like we said, and future webinars will be available as well. You will get an email with the details of the webinar, and the slides can also be sent to you as well. So I think the team at ADITIO will be in touch with everybody who's been on the webinar anyway, and if you would like a copy of the slides, they have a copy of the slides, PDF version, which they'll be able to send to you. And everyone says, muchísimas gracias, says Lotta. I'm not entirely sure I've pronounced that right, but there we go. We give it a go. And Lynn, great, giving some ideas. Interesting, says Stefan. Thank you very much, says Christina. Chantal had to disappear, but great insights. And Yatundi as well. Thank you for the insightful webinar.